What if I told you that a single family quietly shaped the course of modern history? They weren't kings, they weren't presidents, yet their influence reached every corner of the world, and most people have never even heard their full story. Stay with me, because in the next 20 minutes, you'll discover the hidden world of power that history textbooks rarely reveal. Our story begins in Frankfurt, Germany, in the late 1700s. A humble banker named Mayer Amschel Rothschild started a small banking business, but little did anyone know that this modest family would one day influence economies, wars, and governments around the globe. Imagine the streets of Frankfurt back then. Cobblestone roads, horse-drawn carriages, merchants trading goods in the open air. Mayer's office was small, almost unassuming, yet inside, deals were made that would ripple through centuries. By the early 1800s, the Rothschilds expanded across Europe: London, Paris, Vienna, and Naples. Each child of Mayer was strategically placed in these cities, a calculated plan to control the flow of money quietly, without ever appearing in the spotlight. During the Napoleonic Wars, the Rothschilds weren't soldiers, but they funded armies. They moved gold across borders faster than governments could, secretly financing allies and shaping outcomes. By 1815, after Napoleon's defeat, their wealth and influence had grown exponentially. It is said that their network allowed them to know the results of the Battle of Waterloo before anyone else in London. This wasn't luck. It was meticulous planning, intelligence gathering, and an understanding of human psychology that few could match. Through the 19th century, the Rothschilds diversified into railroads, mining, and governments. They weren't flaunting their wealth, no golden palaces in every city. Instead, they quietly bought influence where it mattered most. A family of just 5 children in one German city eventually had branches controlling banking networks from London to Vienna. Their power wasn't in armies or kingship. It was in information, trust, and finance. Many people think of wealth as mere numbers, but the Rothschilds taught the world that influence is built with patience, secrecy, and long-term thinking. Family meetings lasted hours, sometimes days, planning investments, marriages, and alliances. Every move was deliberate, each decision carrying consequences for nations. And yet, their story isn't one of greed alone. Countless accounts show that they also funded hospitals, universities, and scientific research quietly. Proof that power can be used responsibly, even in secrecy. By the 20th century, the Rothschild name was synonymous with global finance. Yet the family remained mostly out of the public eye. Books, newspapers, and governments wrote around them rather than about them. Imagine living in a world where a single family could influence wars, economies, and even the rise and fall of governments without a single headline mentioning their name. And yet, the lessons of their story are profound. Patience beats impulsiveness. Knowledge is more powerful than brute force. Quiet influence can shape the world more than loud action ever could. The Rothschilds are more than a family. They are a living lesson in strategy, foresight, and the hidden power of human decisions. And while most people never hear their story in school, history still carries their echoes in economies, in governments, in the very structure of modern society. Their legacy spans centuries, from discreetly funding early industrial projects to supporting key scientific breakthroughs that changed medicine, agriculture, and technology. Letters and documents reveal countless examples of their subtle guidance, shaping the paths of inventors, politicians, and philanthropists alike, all without public recognition. Imagine the careful planning behind each investment, the intelligence gathered in hidden offices, the whispers of deals that could shift nations, the family meetings where every choice had consequences far beyond their immediate circle. This was a family who understood that true influence is measured not in gold alone, but in the ripple effects of decisions made with precision and foresight. Even when wars ravaged Europe, their strategy was not to dominate through force, but through foresight, finance, and patience. They funded armies, moved gold secretly, communicated across borders with an unmatched network of couriers and messengers, all while maintaining the appearance of ordinary citizens. This careful orchestration allowed them to shape outcomes, yet remain invisible to the masses, the ultimate lesson in quiet power. As decades passed, the family adapted to the changing world, always maintaining their discretion. They invested in railroads, industries, and communication networks that would shape the modern economy. Through philanthropy, they supported universities, hospitals, and cultural institutions, leaving a subtle yet profound mark on society. Each generation inherited not only wealth, but a profound understanding of strategy, discretion, and patience. And yet, the story is not merely about money or influence. It is a testament to foresight, discipline, and the enduring impact of careful, thoughtful decisions. By the modern era, their network of influence stretched across continents. Governments, corporations, and countless individuals were touched, often unknowingly, by decisions made quietly in family offices. And while conspiracy theories abound, the truth lies in the documented history of philanthropy, finance, and strategic vision. The Rothschilds story is a reminder that power is not always visible, that sometimes the most profound effects come from the quiet, deliberate actions of those who understand history and human nature. It teaches that true leadership is not about being seen, but about guiding and shaping outcomes responsibly. This history challenges us to consider the unseen forces shaping our world, the hidden architects whose decisions ripple through time. And as you reflect on this, consider the small choices in your own life, the kindnesses, the thoughtful plans, the silent guidance that can create far-reaching impacts you may never witness. If this story moved you, if you felt the weight of history and the power of one family's decisions, don't let this knowledge fade. Subscribe to Human Echo Stories to keep these hidden truths alive. Share this video with someone who loves history because every story deserves to be heard. And stay tuned, because the next episode will reveal even deeper secrets and stories of families whose quiet influence shaped nations, unseen yet undeniable. You won't want to miss it. Remember, history is not only written by those who shout the loudest. Sometimes it is shaped by those who act with wisdom, patience, and quiet determination. The Rothschilds exemplify this principle, leaving a legacy that continues to resonate in global finance, culture, and the subtle currents that guide human events.